Yeah, I started it. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's. I don't know. Whatever. Yo, shalom again. Once again. Well, my phone overheated twice, so we're just going to straight up record it without any live stream or anything like that. So yeah, so we're just gonna continue where we left off. See if the phone does it again. Low willing, we could just continue tomorrow. There's less heat. I don't want to that. You know, yeah.
We'll just keep pushing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to wrap this up. No, I don't want to wrap this up. Nope.
Yo, we continue with the second address, chapter 16, verse 10. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten. It's like, yeah, you know what? Just continue. It's fine. Yahawashi shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence. Yeah, because Yahawashi doesn't make idle threats. As the scriptures say, when he sends out his word, it shall accomplish to whereto he has sent it. It shall not return unto him void. So Yahawashi makes threats in that manner. Threats with action. Not idle threats like the men out here in this world does. Threats with action. When he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. It says it is impossible for Yahawashi to lie. It is impossible. Alright? And that's another form of how our victory was already guaranteed from the beginning. Because he's the one who made this. He's the one who made the script. He's the director. Alright? He's the director. And you know, I keep thinking about in the book of Joshua, how Yahawashi was declaring that land was the land of the promise for the Israelites there. They're gonna dwell in that land. But there was already inhabitants to that land. So when the inhabitants heard that, you know, they were terrified. Why? Because they heard the stories and the things that happened over there in Egypt. All right, and they didn't willingly give up the land, which they should have. You know, they should have just willingly give up the land, but they didn't want to, so they fought and they lost. You know, but Yahawashi threatened directly. Who should not be beaten to a powder? Utterly beaten to a powder. That's in the sudden. You know, you guys are just done, man. All you heathens, man. All you heathens. Continue. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. Yeah, you know, and I was just talking to my Abba, how basically even the very earth it agrees with our victory, man. You know, but how the scriptures is using it here is that even the earth is trembling at the glory of Yahawashi. In that glory is the multitude of his angels and everything, man. It says even the angels tremble at his presence. And Yahawashi is coming. Yahawashi's coming as the Father would.
He's coming in the glory of his Father.
Yeah, he's coming in the glory of his Father. In the heavens of heavens. Alright, you got a scripture?
Are you recording this?
Yeah.
I just got one quick question.
Yeah, you can say it.
Where do you worship?
What?
Where do you worship?
Where do we worship?
Yeah.
No,
We
what
just
do
go strictly with the scriptures. There is no place where we worship. This is the only place. This is the church right here. We have our teachers,
Okay.
our apostles and elders.
She said.
All right.
She said, what do
They
you?
don't have a specific place for days.
They don't have a specific place. No, you can only find them in the streets, and that's a prophecy. That wisdom shall make herself known in the streets.
Okay. Thank you.
This is Psalm chapter 149 or 149 verse 1. It says, "Praise ye the Lord, sing the Lord a new song, and praise in his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name and dance, and let them sing praises unto him with the tremble." Stop. Timbrel. Damn, bro. Slack, I butchered it.
Timbrel.
Okay, I got it right. All right. This is unto him with timbrel and harp. It says, "For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people; he will beautify the meek with salvation."
You should also hold that one. I mean, it's like it, but it doesn't apply at the
okay.
moment. But it'll apply a little later, though. So if you can hold on to that, that would be great. Yeah, continue.
Second Ezra 16 verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss.
You know the fact that it says his right hand. Who sits on his right hand? Yahawashi. Strong is him that bendeth the bow. You know, strong is him that bendeth the bow. But we can start continuing.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, behold, the plagues are sent.
And it's like it, but those arrows that it's referring there are the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Alright? And who's gonna be guiding those missiles? Yahawashi and the angels. Alright? Yahawashi and the angels are gonna be guiding those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Which once again biblically is referred as as arrows. Super high.
Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
And it's going to accomplish to whereto he has sent it. And all of it, it's going to be the greatest since the foundation of the earth. This deliverance that Yahawashi is going to deliver Israel with, it's going to be the greatest deliverance. And not just that, it's going to be the greatest destruction of a kingdom ever since the foundation of the earth. And people are going to see things they have never seen before in that day. And that day is nigh. It is near. You know? And people don't want to turn from the wicked ways. You know, it started to pick up right now. And people don't bat an eye because they don't see the signs of the signs. And you know what's funny is that the news anchor says that's the signs of the times. And he said, or is it, or something like that.
They say
Put it right in your damn face.
with this heat going on, that's part of a plague. That's a taste, pretty much a taste of things to come. You know.
This is going to be much more, man. You know, and the apostles and elders, we brothers out here, we're just grafting into other men's labors. All right? The apostles and elders been out here for 30 plus years, and we're just continuing the work. Remember, Noah's been out for over 100 years. People didn't bat an eye, but over those 100 years, after his duty was done, the heavens opened up. You know, the heavens opened up, the ground started pouring out water. You know, it started pouring out rain. People never seen rain before. But Noah, you know, he declared that rain was gonna happen. All people seen before was as much as they know what rain is, they see it as mist. That's as much as they seen rain before. But they never seen rain in the form of balled up water pouring from the sky.
Shows there was an old movie. It's an old movie. I know it's Edomites anyways, but it's called the Bible, and it shows when Noah was building all the ark, you know, and the generation at that time, you know, they were all like very wicked and all that, and they were just making fun of him until that one day that Noah felt that one drop from heaven, that one drop of water. And that's it. That was a sign for him to say, okay, time to get everybody in.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
It's begun. You know what's funny? Is that just as Noah was prophesying and preaching of things that have not been seen ever manifest before his eyes, you know, and it starts manifesting in the people's eyes. Noah seen it, and he visualized how it's going to be. The people out here, it was a sudden for them. They never visualized it. When they heard what Noah was saying, they accounted his life madness. Just as they account our life madness. We're out here preaching and prophesying things people never seen before. We're saying newly created creatures are going to come out. Created for vengeance. The Leviathan, everybody loves talking about the Leviathan, the Kraken. But nobody's ever seen it before. And the scriptures talk about it, that it exists. And we're saying that it's going to start wreaking havoc as well. You know? We're saying, once again, newly created creatures created for vengeance. You know, dragons are going to start to appear. And people are going to think, people look at us and they laugh. Dragons? What do they think? This is fantasy? Ha 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 ha. You know, that's how you people are.
And they still on that.
Same people as in the days of Noah. What rain? Water coming from the sky? You're an idiot. Look at him building the ark. Right now, what's being built right now is the spiritual ark. And we're trying to give out tickets to everybody who has ears to hear. We reserve a spot for you. You know? But you people don't bat an ear. You don't bat an eye. Lend us an ear that you can hear. You know? It's like...
Well, it's like even Esau was created for vengeance.
Yeah, even Esau, he's a weapon.
You know, and in the end of the day, you know, all this happening to the children of Israel from the beginning of time has always been because of the children of Israel. Anything from the internet to Esau, you know, it's basically teach us a lesson.
Like that. You can just fall out of your hand.
You know, because we're supposed to grow. We're supposed to excel from this dump. You know.
Yeah.
This is Amos 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
What end is it for you? You people don't even believe in things you can't even see. You know, you have hope in things you can see. And that's not even hope. Hope is things that you can't see. That's a hope that has an effect. And you people, you desire the day of Yahawashi because you think you're going to get salvation. You think you're going to get redemption. That's bullshit. You guys are sinners, man. Every single one of you. And none of you repent. None of you are repenting from your wicked deeds. You're continuing sinning every single day, thinking that you're saved anyways. You know? People are unbelievable.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You know? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Even Noah understood that. when the world ended the first time. You know, that's why he was motivated with fear to build that ark. To us, the only reason we desire the day of the Lord is for the destruction of this kingdom and the raising up of the house of David. The Bayat Dawada. Alright? Bayat means house. Dawada means David. You know, you people are absolutely done if you desire the day of the Lord, because what end is it for you? You're not trying to seek Yahawashi right now. You people are done. You know, and since the victory was already declared, 2/3 of our people are already pre-written to be 2/3, and the third part of men shall be cut off. And the third part of men is referring to the majority of this entire world, man. Started with Babylon the Great, which is America. Continue.
As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Yeah. So once again, we desire the day of the Lord for the very purpose of him destroying this kingdom. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure Noah thought the same thing. Noah hated it. He was vexed with that world, man. He was the only one that you know, that was seen right in the eyes of Yahawashi, and he believed on the words of Yahweh. Bahashim Yahawashi. Alright? He believed in the words of Yahweh, of our power, of our Lord, or of our power. Alright? The only living power, man. Just as he believed on him, we believe on him. And just as we desire the day of the Lord for the very purpose of this kingdom's downfall and the raising up of a kingdom of righteousness, pretty sure Noah thought the same way, because the souls of the spirits of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. Continue.
Oh, that's it.
I mean, like, continue with others.
Oh, I got a piece of it.
Oh,
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse. Oh, Slakia. Yeah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 37. Slakia. No. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 37. Slakia. He says, "He shall say, where's their gods, the rock in whom they trusted? This is which did eat the fat of their sacrifice and drink the wine of their drink of offerings. He says, let them rise up and help you and be your protection. Now see that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. It says, for I lift up my hand to the heavens and say, I live forever."
and we brothers of the truth, we absolutely 110% believe in Yahweh and his son Yahawashi, Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. Alright? We 110% believe it. We've seen more than enough signs. An innumerable amount of witnesses. You know? We believe it. And the incredulity of you people ain't gonna distrust us. You know? You people are done. Because you don't want to turn to Yahweh Shemir. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because this is your power. This is your God. But you want to go worship a stick, a stone, and call it a God. If that so idol falls on the ground, let's see if he picks himself back up, just as the scriptures say. He can't, because he's an inanimate object. We worship a living power, a power that gives us blessings, a power who can save us in the time of our trouble, the power capable of giving us immortality, everlasting joy, But you people don't want that. You know, the people who come over to us and they say God bless and everything like that. You know, you listen to us like we're a lovely instrument, but you don't want to listen to us and turn back onto our power. If you're a so-called Black, Latino, or Native American, because if you're a heathen, look, the heathens are more willing than you Israelites. The heathens are more willing, but they still can't grasp the magnitude of this work. They can't grasp the magnitude that was given, the magnitude amount of wisdom and knowledge that was given upon the men, women, and children that were chosen and pre-selected, predestinated from the foundation of the earth. You know? They can't grasp the multitude, and they end up being bug outs because of it. And they think that they're fine even when they're being a bug out. You know, it's bad for them, but they're more willing than majority of our people. 2/3 of our people don't want to turn from their ways. They enjoy the life that they live right now. Continue.
I'm gonna start over, but I'm gonna speak louder. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 37. It says, "He shall say, Where's thy God, the rock in whom they trusted, which they eat the fat of their sacrifice and drink the wine of their and drink the wine of their drink of offerings." Of offerings? It says, "Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. So see now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound, I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand."
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And he says it. It says, "The Lord shall threaten who shall not be utterly beaten to powder." It's just a fearful thing to be in the hand of Yahawashi. Strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. You know, there's no way you're gonna turn it back. And not just that, the men that were predestinated from the foundation of the world, they're in the hands of Yahawashi, on the hand of salvation. He's going to deliver them up out of this world. Who shall take them out of his hand? It says the righteous are in the hand of Yahawashi, and no torment shall touch them. You touch us, you touch the apple of his eye. You know? And he's going to utterly beat you to powder. He's going to beat you to non-existence. People can't fathom what it is to be non-existent. People, you think that you're still gonna have a conscience, that you can still think. You just can't see, feel, or hear. No, you're non-existent. You don't exist. You don't have no kind of cognitions, as the scriptures say. You don't have any kind of senses. You're not even an essence. You're nothing. You know? It says, "I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." Oblivion, yeah. It's like it. But you're gonna be in the state of oblivion, and that's how that's ultimately how these people are out here. Though they have a conscience of everything, spiritually they're in the state of oblivion. And oblivion means the state of being unaware or unconscious of what is happening. That's where the word comes in. Oblivious. You're oblivious to what's happening.
Right.
You're oblivious, and that's these people out here. You're in the state of oblivion.
Absent-minded.
You're absent-minded. You're not aware of what's happening. You're not aware of the signs of the times. You know?
It's similar to unconsciousness, insensibility, stupor, stupefaction, senselessness, blackness, darkness, coma, blackout.
Darkness. The world is in
Right.
darkness. You know?
Ignorance, amnesia.
Consciousness. Look at that. Opposite is consciousness. That's us towards them. We have a consciousness. Yo, Baba Kushar, continue with the.
I'm not finished.
Oh.
Here. It says, "For I lift up my hand, in heaven and say, I will live forever. If I want my glittering sword, if I whip my glittering sword in my hand, take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me.
That means when he equips that sword, he's going to use it. He's going to use it. He's going to use it to whatsoever he pleases. You know? And it says Yahawashi is known for his judgments. Alright? There is never any peace with unrighteousness. Look at Sodom and Gomorrah. Look at the world of old that perished with water. Look at them. What happened to them? Are they ever are they flourishing right now? Are their houses being continued forever? Look at the Roman Empire. Look at Greece. Are they flourishing? I think not. What makes you think America, Babylon the Great, and all these nations, all the nations of the world that drink it over wine, that do the same thing, pushing the alphabet people, eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, all of the sorts, going adverse to the ways of the natural ways, the natural laws of Yahawashi? What makes you think that their house is going to last forever, that they're going to build ships and go colonize other planets? What makes you think that? And who put that thought in your head? You know, if you got that thought in your head, you're drunk with the philosophy of Esau, because that thought is in every heathen's head. You know, that thought was in every heathen's head. And once upon a time, we even had that thought before we came into the truth, before we learned the true understanding of Yahawashi, the true mystery. You know, the true key of life. You know, every time people hear the key of life, when somebody says they got the key of life, they automatically see them as bug outs. That's funny. Because the truth is in the midst of what they see as bug outs.
There's only one truth.
And there's only one truth.
And the thing about it, if we don't have the truth, then who has it? I mean, according to prophecies, somebody's going to have the truth.
Mm-hmm. And we're living in the end times, so who got the truth?
All right.
I keep pointing to you because I want you to continue that, but
It's Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 41. Just if I wet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment. Just I will render vengeance to my enemies and I will reward them that hate me. Just I would make my
enemy, all you heathens are the enemies of Yahawashi. All you heathens plotted against Yahawashi and against us. You know, all you heathens are done, man. 2/3 of our people that want to be with the heathens, you are too. And you should be happy that Yahawashi still died for you people. You know, you 2/3, you're still saved at the end of the day. Because you're still coming through the loins of the 144,000. The 1/3.
But you have to go through a painful death.
You got it. It says the saints shall know after death by pain. Pretty sure that was running through your head, dude. You said that.
It's like, okay. It's like a child is in trouble. Here comes the father. He knows the trouble. He's already caught. The father comes in with a belt. Start whipping him. You know, at that point, the child is like, okay, just stop it. And he just keep going until the father feels satisfied. Well, it's going to be the same way with Yahawashi. That's 2/3 going to feel that painful death. That pain comes first before that death. And that pain is going to feel like forever.
and I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword which shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captivities from the beginning of revengeance upon the enemy.
Is it vengeance?
Vengeance. Vengeance upon the enemy. Just rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and I will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
Thumbs up. That's to the Israelites, man. And that's why it says rejoice all, what is it? Rejoice all what? Say that again? Babak Shah?
It says, rejoice, O ye nations.
And why is that? It says, I shall, was it, thou shalt be a blessing. That's, was it? Let me get that real quick. Because I caught that when Apostle Rema was reading it. Because he actually, because that's how you know that we're a body. Apostle Rema was actually reading the same thing that we brothers over here broke down before when we were reading Ephesians chapter 3. So this is Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. And this is why you're going to rejoice at the end of the day. All you nations. Why? Because Israel's in the midst of you. That's why. And it says when the righteous is in authority, the earth rejoices. But when the wicked is in rule, the earth mourns. Right? So this is Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. It says, now Yahawashi, or now Yahweh has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto the land that I show thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Abraham shall be a blessing, and through his seed on down. You know, that's how all the nations are going to be blessed at the end of the day. All right, because Israel's in the midst of them. All right, and we're going to be scattered amongst these nations. We're going to be scattered amongst these nations, man. So continuing, it says, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth shall be blessed. And there you go. Oh, well, that was it with that?
Yeah, it was it.
The second address, chapter 16, verse 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the place that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those times, in days.
And Ezra's is part of the elect. You know, Ezra's part of the elect. Ezra's is back again. Ezra saw all of this happening by the vision, by the vision of Yahawashi. He saw all this happening. You know, for the very purpose for him to write it down. So he that runneth into it shall read it. You know, and they're going to take heed to it. And we're living in these times that Ezra saw. And it's going to be so bad that even Ezra, whom Yahawashi was dealing with, said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? Because he saw like there's no hope. Faithless generation. Where is righteousness in the midst of them? You know? It's just that, just as it's going to continue to say later, that righteousness is a small amount of people in the midst of the great ocean. Compare a drop of water to the entire ocean. That's righteousness to the entire world.
There was an old commercial about joining the Marines, joining the American Marines, but they had this motto. It says, "We're looking for a few good men," and that's Yahawashi. He's looking for a few good men.
Yeah.
You know,
it says the earth now is made for many, but the world to come is made for few.
And that commercial got it from the scripture anyways. You know, it's always a few.
Yahawashi, they're men of quality. They're all men of quality. You know, just as, if I remember correctly, John the Baptist, he said, we're out here to seek meat for repentance. And John the Baptist was the forerunner of Yahawashi to lay out the carpet for Yahawashi. He rolled it out. You know? And just as John the Baptist, he basically said what Yahawashi was going to do. He's looking for men meet for repentance. Men that were predestinated from the foundation of the world by Yahweh to be given unto Yahawashi. And in those times, all the way down to these times, and those men are back again. You know?
Even if we get the blessing, like we can be powerful, but we have to have a very humble spirit.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
greater thou
we
art,
get-
the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor in the eyes of Yahweh, in the sight of Yahweh Shemel Rashad.
Just like King David. King David, he was powerful.
He never-
through the blessing of Jehovah Bashan was shy.
He never boasted about it. He always gave praises.
And when he got corrected, what happened to David? He humbled himself really quick.
Yeah, he did. He really
You know?
did. You know, he wept. He cried sorely when he commits sin. You know, and you know, Yahweh Shemel Rashad gave him choices, and his choices always at the mercy of him. Of the Father, and the Father's very merciful, and that's what we are out here to seek favor of Yahweh Shemel Rashad, and that's why it's called the Bayat Tawadah, the house of David, and that's how he's renewing. Look at the men out here. It's the same thing. King David saw that. If King David saw this back then, he'd be like, yeah. He's just nodded like he would be commending those men, just as Ezra did. He commended those men that stood so stiffly, without no shame or anything. Those men stood stiffly for the namesake of Yahweh Yahawashi.
And you probably already see that through how? King Masha.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, this shit's hot as hell. Oh, it's terrible.
The second address, 16 verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death.
And this is the beginning of it. You people aren't feeling it right now because this is just the beginning. You're feeling the tip. You know? You're feeling the tip right now. You're just feeling the burn. You're feeling the flames from a distance. But that flame is growing ever closer and closer to you. And look at you people. You're like, look at today. It's one of the hottest days right now. You people, woo! You know, you're sweating like crazy. You wearing hot clothing and shit like that. You know? That fire's growing ever closer. You people are going to get more than just sweating, man. You're going to sweat to the point that your sweat evaporates. Instantly. And your flesh too. Your blood as well. And then the rest of you. You know? You guys are feeling just the heat of it. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Of course, we brothers out here, we're in the world. Oh, we're in the world, but we're not of the world, like you people are. So of course, what's happened to you, what's happening to you, we still have to brace for impact as well. But we're more ready than you are, especially mentally, because we already far left this world. We far left this world. We left that body behind. You know? And when things start heating up, Yahweh Shemel Rashad is going to take care of us. But he ain't going to take care of you. You know? Yahweh Shemel Rashad is going to give us a fan for the heat. You're going to get nothing. You know? Continue.
It's not an actual fan. It will be just a cooling effect, pretty much.
And cooling the fade, yeah.
You know?
The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. And the powers shall stand in fear.
The power shall stand in fear. That's prophecy that's happening right now. Look at Israel right now. The people who dwell in the land of Israel. All right, these Amalekites, they're standing in fear right now. Why? Because Iran just said that they have the capability of building weapons of mass destruction, which is what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles. and they're in fear right now. Just wait. These Amalekites are going to do something that all these nations are going to look at them. You know? And he says the least of the flock shall drive them out. Continue, Baba Bashar.
The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
Evil means bad time. Eve means time. Ill means bad. All right. Continue.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Just as the people of old, man. And that's why Yahawashi put the spirit on that door, so Noah doesn't open it up on the people who banging saying, "Let me in." Because Noah still had the compassion towards them. You know, he felt sorry for them, but Yahawashi put the spirit on that door, and it would not open. It won't budge. It's too late for you.
He probably must have heard, and not just Noah, his whole family, and in that book. There's only 8 people got saved. You know, they must have been hearing noises of that makes them feel kind of repentant, like kind of feel sorry.
They started seeing when the droplets started falling. You know, that's when they had that reproach and anguish of spirit. Now they're feeling sorry. Now they're feeling bad. And they want in as well because they're seeing the world is ending as they know it. You know, and they wanted in. Now they wanted to repent, but it's too late for them.
Probably heard even children crying. That makes them kind of like, it kind of move them. You know, you got to picture it in your mind. You know, it's the same thing that's going to happen in this time. You know, Cherry's tongue, you know, coming by, you know, then delivering the elect. There's going to be people crying. There's going to be kids crying. There's going to be babies crying. There's going to be all kinds of like things that or like will help you go like, oh man. But you know what? As a commandment of Yahawashi, you're not supposed to feel sorry at that moment. They had their chance. They had their chance. They had plenty of chances.
And we brothers out here, that's why Yahawashi put the spirit on us, man. When we see in that day, Lord willing, we don't have pity on them. For the very fact that look at this, man. This right now, us being out here, and you brothers out there that do this work, this is mercy. And what do we get? We get bug outs. We got people spitting on us, people threatening us. This is mercy. And we see it. And what did people do? They take it and they trot it on it. They just stomping on it and jumping and stomping on it. But and we're looking at it like, you ungrateful. Like you know how you know, especially Judah always got that flavor when it comes to like ungratefulness. You know, like Judah gives somebody something and they take it and they throw it on the ground, and Judah got that look like, you ungrateful little. You know, and he gets it like all angry and fucking, you know, shit like that. And that's how Yahawashi's coming back, man. Especially to the 2/3 of our people, man. Our people are ungrateful as hell. Ungrateful. And Yahawashi died for them. You know? And you hearing our voice and the anger in our voice, this is nothing but this is a forerunner, man. This is an announcement of how angry our Lord is, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi. Yahweh is what this world ignorant calls God. Alright? It means he is, or he exists in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Bahashim is in the name. Yahawashi means he saves or he delivers. In the Paleo Hebrew tongue. You people are ungrateful, man. Every single one of you are going to perish. All of you are going to die. And even though you're feeling a little bit of the heat right now, you don't even notice the signs of the times. And you don't want to turn from your wickedness. And it's going to grow even more. And bad things is going to keep increasing. And people still don't want to turn from the ways. You people are done, man. Pretty sure there's a shit ton of things more happening right now that are media blackouts happening right now. Because Esau doesn't want you to know that the end is happening. He wants you to keep you dead.
You know, Yahawashi, he's basically, you know, I'm not going to say he's doing you a favor, but he's basically doing what you heathens desire. You want, and you know, even 2/3. You know, you want your abortion, you're going to get your abortion. You're going to get your abortion. You know, because they're children that's going to be born in that day, just for the purpose, for judgment day. That's it. You know, even a woman carrying a fruit in her womb, that's judgment on that day too.
Mm-hmm. For
You know,
both her and that child.
there's going to be all kinds of death.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from the wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, and that's happening right now, man. That's happening right now. As you very know it, the dollar is crumbling and collapsing. And why these stores are still doing sales is because they're trying to collect enough money so they can jump into a different currency and gain assets. And you people are going to think that you're going to think that you're in a good case. You're going to think that the world is in a good case right now, that things are getting better. But things are growing worse and worse and worse. Yeah, to be in a good condition, health or state of body. Yeah,
Everything's going to be all right, but it's not.
yeah. Continue, Babu Kusha.
And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Mm-hmm.
For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
Yeah, the dead shall be cast out as dung, man. Bodies are going to be such a common sight. People are going to be laying on the ground, going through their what's it called? That mortal state. What do
Rigor
you call it?
mortis.
What is it?
Rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis. Mortisis. There you go.
That's when the body is laying on the street and they're like stiff.
Yeah, you see,
You know,
fucking
right
body
before-
laying on the ground is just like a statue, but it's turning pale and started rotting.
And once that stink start to set in, it'll start to fall apart.
Mm-hmm. And it's good. You know what I mean? You see nasty ass doodle on the sidewalk, and that shit literally smells. You know? Now imagine a dead body laying in that doodle's place. It's gonna smell even worse. Why? Because even the body's trying to get that out while it's rotting at the same time. You know? It loses the strength to even hold it in. And same with the piss. People are gonna be pissing themselves while, well, not. The bodies are gonna be pissing themselves because it doesn't have the strength to hold it back. It's dead now. You know? It's gonna smell absolutely horrible. All right? Continue.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
Why? Because everybody's gonna be looking for their own safety. You know, you're gonna see a lot of people being trampled on in stampedes because they're fearful of something. You know,
Every man for himself.
and nobody's gonna be stopping to basically turn around. You know, and not just that, there's gonna be so much death and destruction that's happening. When people die in the streets, that's it. That's it. They can't turn around, grab up the body and stuff like that. No. It's gonna be so bad out here. Just being outside, you know, could mean your life. Continue, Babu Kusha.
For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Mm-hmm.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men.
Pretty much, there's nobody's going to be working. There is going to be a food chain. You can see McDonald's. McDonald's, what used to be lively, is now dead. You know, the windows busted, tables on the floor, kitchen ransacked.
Every bun in that kitchen got taken.
Every single bun.
Without the burger being cooked. But if they have burger, they will take all that too. Try to
All
cook
the
it.
frozen burgers and shit like that.
They're gonna try
You
to
can see
eat.
people with a backpack full of frozen burgers.
The only thing they're gonna see it running out of that in and out will be rats.
Mhm.
But even the rats will become in the menu.
The rats. Since there's going to be so many places, there'll be the rat plague again. Rats are going to be so hungry, they're going to be in swarms, going around eating people. That's how bad it's going to be.
And that's what happened in 2020 when the rats get hungry, they became feral. They started even attacking pigeons. There were even videos about that.
And that's going to grow even more as well, because all these plagues and stuff like that, there's going to be new plagues and it's going to be old plagues, and it's going to be the greatest since the foundation of the earth. I'm gonna once again mention Noah again. When Noah was out here for more than 100 years, people heard him, they laughed at him, and they accounted his life madness. He preached and prophesied things that had never been seen before. Rain has never been seen before, ever. What they seen was what they know as rain during that time was mist. You know, when you see in the morning dew. When you see on the flowers, how the flowers and plants are wet in the morning, that's the morning dew. That's what they know as rain. All right? But when it started pouring from the sky, then they wanted to believe it. But it's already too late. It's already too late. You know? It's far too late. And we're out here preaching and prophesying things never seen to men.
I got a scripture. This is Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever shall be.
Yeah, and once again, I'm going to repeat this in 2nd Ezra 16 and 19 again. It says, behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. They won't even put their thought to it, to return unto Yahawashi, even in that state. You know? Shit, you can't even return. Even if you're in that state, you can't even return, because he's not going to lend you an ear. Because there was already this. Right now is the time. Right now is the time, and the door is closing shorter and shorter. It's about to close up. You know, and once that door is closed, it ain't opening up again. The same way as the ark. When Noah closed the ark up, people were banging on that door. Noah wanted to open it because he felt compassion towards him. He felt sorry. Yahawashi put the spirit on that door. That door did not open. It was being held shut. It was too late for them. And right now, once again, we're building the spiritual ark for the times to come. You know? Continue.
For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
Man, you see all these post-apocalyptic movies. A real good post-apocalyptic movie that's really rare. As in rare, I mean realistic, because realistic post-apocalyptic movies are very rare these days. A very good post-apocalyptic movie is a movie called The Road. All right, that movie is very realistic. You know, you'll walk in a city like this, and it's dead in the streets, absolutely dead in the streets. You know, you won't see nobody. You're gonna see public bug outs going around, walking around with machetes, ready to chop people's heads off. You know, you're gonna see bodies laying out on the streets, dead bodies in the cars, just there on the wheel, this skeleton.
That reminds me of Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, you're gonna see that type of things. Why? Because that person died there, because he so happened to get shot by a stray bullet. Nobody came back to help him out.
Like that scene in Walking Dead though, where he looked inside the house, you see an old man and an old woman with their head blown off.
Oh yeah, with a shotgun.
Because they
The
commit
guy,
suicide.
the guy shot the woman, and the guy killed himself. And the shotgun was in the guy's hand with dry blood across the wall with just a skeleton there, or like a really rotten corpse. You know, the fucking skin already turned to leather and everything. Shit. Continue, Baba Kushak.
For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah, they shall hide themselves. So in a city like this, you think everybody's gonna be dead? No. They're all hiding themselves. You see them look out the window like somebody's walking down the street, and you see, and the guy walking down the street sees him, and you see his head. You know, you can imagine that. You can straight up imagine that. Or a guy walking down the street, right? He's like, looking for food. He's looking in the cars, and all you see in the glisten. I could just imagine like it's like a series or something. All you see in the distance, like the camera's like showing him looking through the cars, and you can see in the distance there's a building there, and all you see is a glare, and all you see is a flash. It goes, and he's being shot at by a guy with a sniper in the skyscraper. He's like, you know, people are out here trying to kill each other to loot their bodies. That's how bad it's gonna be. People killing each other for their goods, and he's about to say that a little more later. Abu Shah, continue.
As in an orchid of olives.
Orchid.
As in an orchid. As in
Orchid, right?
orchid.
Yeah.
As in an orchid of olives upon every tree, there are left 3 or 4 olives.
Yeah, so basically what that's representing is these cities, really. Abu Shah, continue.
Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard.
Yeah, so there's not going to be a lot of people. You know why? Because a lot of people are going to be dying. A lot of people are going to be dying that day. Remember, it says the body shall be laid out as dung. All right, and no man's going to be burying those bodies. It's just going to be. You see, come on, people. You know, I'm saying people in general. You know, but mainly to you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites. You've seen these movies. You've seen them. You know, how in these movies, how you see fucking the main character walking around deserted cities, and you see bodies laying on the ground, all skeletal and stuff. You know, you see bodies in the cars. You know, all dried up, just dead there. You'll see movies like that. That's gonna be realistic. You know, that's gonna be in real life. If people can't visualize, people can't see the world turning out the way it's turning out. This world is leading down that path. And Yahawashi Yahawashi is the one who's doing it. He's mustering the host of the battle.
Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
Yeah. Even in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses by the sword. Why? Because people are going to be ransacking. If people are trying to take refuge in their own household, right? That household's going to be raided by raiders. Wow, raiders. You only see that in the movies like Purge, you know? Or movies like The Road. You see people grouped up together, you know, driving in trucks like, you know? You see like a mobile home all decked out with barbed wire and shit like that, shooting at houses and stuff like that, you know?
You're gonna have.
And you see them stop
Yeah.
and stop at a house, Because you so happen to saw a flicker of light in there, and they all get out. You go in there, and you're like looking through your window. You're like, oh, snap. And you see them kicking down the door. And you see the lady running out of there. Yo, I'm gonna be raw with it, you know, because they're gonna take the women and ravish them. Just as the scriptures say, the women shall be ravished. And what does that mean? The women are going to be raped, man. And that's truth at the end of the day. Because that's what ravish means. It means to be what's the word? Damn, it starts with a P. I forgot what the word was. Damn, it's at the tip of my tongue. But I'm gonna just stick with the word ravished. Alright? They're gonna be polluted. Something like that. Defiled, the water. All these women are gonna be defiled, man. And that woman's gonna be running out of the household, screaming, naked, because she just so happened to slip away from them, and she's running down the lawn, and then she gets shot in the back of in her back with a rifle. And then you see the good guys leaving. He's like, ha ha ha, you know, carrying bags of food or whatever, and they leave, and they left her body laying there, and the door wide open on that house. You know, all of this, I can just straight up visualize. Pretty sure all my brothers here and all you Akim out there could just straight up visualize these type of things happening, because that's what's gonna happen. And the reason we can visualize it is that we can be fearful towards Yahawashi because we don't want to be in that state like they are. Because I know a lot of you brothers have women, and you love your women and your children. You don't want that happening to them, and that's why you're doing this work. You're sacrificing your time with them to do the work, so that the sacrifice that you do now could be beneficial for you and your family.